doing? How we doing? Nah, don't get scared now. I be laughing so hard my stomach hurts, man. Welcome to Larry's World, mother truckers. Yeah, how many people? Can you dig it? Yeah. Welcome to this beautiful. What's today's date? I don't even know what today's date is. Monday, April 20th, 2026. Guys, let's thank God to be alive and let's rejoice and be glad in it. Had a couple issues here at work today. Power went out, so they sending us home. That's fine and dandy because guess what? I can just go home and work on some content. I can go home and work on some content. But anyway, y'all, like I said, I'm getting off work, power outage at work. But I'm gonna tell you what today's topic is gonna be, guys. Today's topic is gonna be, and I am driving, but I can still respond, okay? I can still respond. So don't worry about that. And if I don't respond to you right away, just know, and I will repeat this, just know I will get to you when I can. But today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be your team matters. Well, Larry, what do you mean by my team matters? Guys, I'm not just talking about in sports. I'm talking about in general. When you marry a certain person, man or woman, I don't know who this message is for. When you marry somebody, your team matters. Who you marry will affect you too. What I need you guys to understand in this season, when you marry somebody, they are a part of you. If their credit is messed up, your credit is messed up. If you have a child and you go out here and you get homeless, I'm talking your child is under 18, you get homeless, now guess what your child is? Now your child is now homeless because the parent is homeless. I don't know who this message is for. Come on, y'all, talk to me today. Your team does matter. Now we're going to talk about a sports knowledge. If you have the wrong type of person on your team, if they jump off sides, it will affect you. Your team matters, guys. You got to be very careful on who you have on your team. Now, some stuff is unfortunate. Like I just said before, if you become homeless, it depends on the reason. Sometimes what I need you guys to understand in this season too, your team matters, but sometimes what you do can affect somebody else. That's the whole moral of the story. What you do can affect someone else. You know, if you were to go out here and you have a sex with a stranger and you go out here and get HIV, now who do you think it affects? It does not only just affect you, but it affects your partner as well. That's why I said your team matters, guys. I need you guys to understand this. Who you associate with matters. It'll affect everybody. That's why when you see the people, when they get an onside penalty or an offside call, this is why the whole team gets penalized, because one bad apple spoils the bunch. What's going on with you, 1758? Thank you for joining me in here today, man. I'm trying to get people to understand that our team matters. What we do affects everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's just like when you have a kid. I don't know if you got kids or not, but you can have one kid that can be doing perfectly everything right, but the other kid get out of line. Okay, one bad apple spoils the bunch. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to make everybody suffer. And unfortunately, our team does matter. Listen, y'all, Adam and Eve, we're all on teams at the end of the day. What I need you guys to understand, we're all one big happy family. This part of it about to get real deep. You ready? If you think about it, they're on our team. So what they did, they bit off the tree of life. They were a part of the team. Now, unfortunately, we all have to pay the price. That's why it's called one bad apple spoils the bunch. And there's a reason why they say this. It's because of Adam and Eve. That's the reason why on team sports, when somebody do something, everybody's penalized for it. It's all because of Adam and Eve. But the people that I don't think people understand is deeper than what you think it is. Everything started because of them. But it's still no excuse though, guys. That's why I need you guys to understand. It's still no excuse. go out here and be reckless and stuff. But like I said, your team matters. You ain't got the right person on your team, you're not going to win. I don't know who this message is for. And I'm going to be honest with you too. Sometimes even when you have the right person on your team, you're going to experience losses. You're going to still experience losses. You're still going to experience difficult times. But we got to be real careful, y'all, who we got with us. We got to be real careful who we rocking with, who we got on our side. I can't read the comments right now because I am driving, guys. That's why I need you guys to understand. I am driving right now as we speak. But you can keep on conversing. Keep on conversing. That's fine. That's fine. What's going on with you? If I can get to you, I will. Y'all get on in the comment section. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this right here. Do y'all agree with this? Or you can agree or disagree. I can't tell you how to feel about a certain subject. I mean, certain how to feel. But I'm telling you that your team matters. So be very careful when you just up and marry any old body. Because remember, what you do is going to affect that person. You know, unfortunately, we can't help the parents that we come from. But unfortunately, the parent is your team. So if your child comes out with a birth defect, you know what I'm saying, and your mother might have been smoking crack when she was pregnant with you, and your child come out with a birth defect, that's your team. Your child is coming out with a birth defect because of what you were doing before the child was born. And like I said, unfortunately, sometime in this life, we cannot choose the team that we want. Sometimes we can't choose the team. I don't know what this message is for. And sometimes when you do choose a team, it's like you really don't know what you're picking. It's just like, what am I trying to say here? It's almost like you just gotta, it's like a gamble. Life is a gamble, y'all. Anything what we do in life is a gamble. When you get married, you know they might have good intentions, but people can switch up. When you go to a certain football team, it is a gamble. This team may be, this team has a potential of being very good. This team has a potential of being very bad. But unfortunately, sometime in life, we have to take gambles. We have to take risks. When you think about it, everything in life is a risk. Everything in life is a risk. Everything is. Having children is a risk because you could be planting a bad seed. I don't know who this message is for. You don't know if that child gonna be good or bad. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You can be the best parent in the world, but unfortunately, you can't choose you can't choose your parents. You can't choose your children. I don't know who this message is for. You can raise them right and steer them in the right direction, but unfortunately, you can't do nothing about their behavior most times. You can. Most times, y'all, what I need you guys to understand is kids watch everything we do. But like I said, sometimes you can be the best parent in the world, and some kids are just not going to be about what they're supposed to be about. Some children are just bad seeds. Like I said before, I'm going to be redundant here. You could be on the football team, and the team may not be no damn good. Now, they on paper, it all looks good. That's why I need you guys to understand. On paper, it looks good. On paper, oh, this child gonna be this child gonna be a superstar because his dad was a superstar. You know, you be so happy when the kid born and all that right there. The kid can come out to be a nobody. We don't know these things. Like I said, everything in life is a gamble. From being married to having children to playing on certain sports teams, you don't know. But you still can't go through life being fearful as well. I don't know what this message is for. Go to Burger King now. What are you talking about? We choose our parents. Who choose? No, you don't choose your parents. I can't read all these comments right there because I'm driving. But like I said, we don't have no option on these things right here. We can choose, but sometime in life, we can't choose our parents, but you can choose, but sometimes it's a gamble. I don't know if y'all ever played that game, Deal or No Deal. Sometimes you can choose the wrong number, and they be like, the last, you're going to stick with this number or pick the other number. The number you would have picked would have gave you $500. Then you'll end up choosing the wrong number. Unfortunately, we live in a life of something called a gamble. Life is just a gamble. Life is a gamble, but sometimes in life, guys, what I learned is sometimes we gamble on the wrong things. Now, if you know you get ready to knock a chick off, you get ready to have sex with this chick, and you're not wearing protection, that is a risky gamble. Won't you just take a calculated gamble, a calculated risk? Like starting up a business and not knowing if it's gonna, you taking a leap of faith, that's different. But we're not talking about going out here making silly decisions, having unprotected sex, robbing a bank. That right there is just stupidity. That's stupidity right there. But remember, guys, I need y'all to really, really tune in to this message right here. This is deep. Your team matters. When you go to work, you got certain people on your team. If you're doing all of the work and they not doing nothing, damn it, your team matters. Because if think about this right here, you don't want to be the one doing all the work and they're not doing nothing. I don't know what this message is for. Now, some stuff you can tell. You can kind of tell with how people are at work. You can kind of tell somebody if they're lazy or not. You can tell that. And if you chose this person to be on your team, then that's on you. But sometimes we go to work, we can't help the people that we're working with too. But sometimes you have the option to choose who you want to work with. Sometimes you do, some jobs you don't. You have that option. If you choose the wrong person, it's on you. But if you know people got ill intentions and you choose this individual to be on your team, it's on you at the end of the day. But in life, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Your team matters. Who you hang around, all that matters. Who we hang around is going to influence us. So it does matter. If you got a lot of negative people, a lot of toxic people in your circle, it's going to affect you. I don't care what you say. If you got toxic people on your team, whenever they lose, they throw in the helmet. Your team matters, because then at this point, they're being sore losers. I don't know who this message is for. But I feel like I need to get on here and drop this message, y'all, because there's a lot of people who are very lost in the sauce. There's some people who just really, it's not registering for some people. So before you just get married and go out here and have children, just realize your team matters. If you smoking crack and cocaine and that kid come out to be a crackhead, just remember, that kid is a part of your team. You could be affecting this kid. You can be affecting this kid. You could be affecting your teammates if you're running off sides. You could be affecting your team. If you decide to snort powder up your nose right before you start the game. Remember, y'all, your decisions can hurt everybody around you. I just want you to remember that. Remember that in this season. Remember that before we make the decisions we make. Remember the next time you want to go out here and have unprotected sex with random women, and then you can take that back home, which you shouldn't be doing that no way. Remember that. Your team matters. You can affect the person with you. Now you got HIV. Now the other person gonna have HIV. You jumped off sides. Now you caused the entire team 10 yards. You caused the team a touchdown. These are the things, y'all. This is serious right here. These are the things that we don't look at as individuals. We got to learn, guys, to have accountability. That's why I try to teach you guys. We have to learn in life that we have to have accountability in life. We can't preach these things to our children and stuff if we're not having accountability, guys. I need you guys to understand this right here. I need you guys to understand this. And even, like I said before, even if you are winning, you're going to have your time sometime where you're not going to always win. That's okay. But when you do lose, you don't want to be a sore loser. But a lot of these things, guys, we can avoid. We can avoid. We can avoid if our kid come out with a birth defect, if we wasn't snorting powder and doing crack cocaine while the kid was in our womb. Women or men too. If we doing crack cocaine and we wonder why our son come out crazy, that's on us. Now, unfortunately, this person is on our team. Now we affected this person that's going to be on our team. That's the spin that God told me to put on this message. Some people may not get it. If not, that's okay. Get in the comment section if you don't understand the